good, everybody? It's your girlfriend Janella here, and today I'm going to be learning all about chevrons and what they look like all over the world. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Okay, so it looks like these chevrons, so like these signs that are on the side of the road that are kind of indicating like a direction or something. For the drivers are white background with like a red arrow, angled arrow to the left. Now, looking at other clues, trying to figure out where we are, we have yellow outer, kind of like cracked pavement, like sandy hills or like white rocky hills. Poles. I am not sure exactly, but I'm gonna go with like Jordan, I think. That's kind of like what I'm initially thinking. Okay, cool. It was Jordan. And these were Jordan chevrons. So Jordanian chevrons are white with red arrows. You can use chevrons to distinguish between Jordan and Israel. The Israeli chevrons are black with white. All right, so without looking at any of the signage, which kind of gives away the country to me, where we see these like signs that are like yellow and black diagonal stripes, I wonder if that is the only chevron we see. I think that's the only one we see. Okay, so you see these yellow and black diagonal chevrons here, and then we see this one with like yellow and black arrows pointed up. With the languages on, or with the language on the signs, we see we are in Turkey because that is Turkish. Yeah, so I think mainly we're looking at these chevrons with like the arrows pointed up and then in diagonal, but the yellow and black. So I'm gonna go in Turkey. Okay, we were a little bit more southeast, but that is okay because we got the right country. So Turkey intersection chevrons. So on intersections, you can often find this distinctive black and yellow chevron with multiple arrows that point upward. Okay. All right, these ones are like a yellow, like a neon yellow background with like a black arrow pointing to the left. For some reason, I feel like it's Australia immediately. I don't know if that's a shout or not. Yeah, not much else out here. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. I think we're on the left side of the road. Is this the front of the car? It could be a shout. Could it be a shout? Is that the front of the car or the back of the car? I feel like sometimes I struggle to figure it out depending on like where we are in the road. No, we're on the right side of the road, right? I don't know. The first vibe I got was Australia, so I'm just gonna go with Australia and we'll see. Okay, cool. We were in Australia. We were a little bit further east in New South Wales, but we did get the right province, so I think that is okay. Australia chevrons. So Australia uses white on black chevrons. They also use black on yellow chevrons, but are much rarer. Okay. Okay, so these chevrons are black background with like a yellow arrow. We're on the right side of the road. White outer, white double middle stripes. Big lake. We can see like a white road sign in the back with like some sort of language on it. But these are the things that we're looking for. So these signs on the side of the road, the chevron, black with yellow. I feel like initial vibes I'm getting are like Finland or something like that. We can also see like the blue, the Europe like strip on the side of the license plate. But these like birches are kind of giving me Finland. And then yeah, like the overall climate, and then the sign kind of looks like it could be in Finnish. Like it's not very like distinct, the letters, so I can't tell exactly, but I think it ends in TIE, which is like the Finnish like road, like a common Finnish road name ending. Yeah, I'm gonna go a little bit north of Tampere. Okay, cool, amazing. So these were Finland chevrons. So Finnish chevrons are black with yellow arrows. Note, Norway and Iceland similarly have similarly colored chevrons. Sweden, on the other hand, has unique blue and yellow. Okay. And that makes sense because blue and yellow is like the colors of the Swedish flag. So these chevrons are white and blue. We have not learned white and blue yet. But they're not the color of the Jordanian ones, and I think that we're somewhere here. Is this ever UAE? I think I'm feeling UAE based on like the climate. I'm gonna go here. Nope, we were in Qatar. So Qatar chevrons. Qatar uses white and red. Qatar uses white on red and white on blue chevrons. Okay, white on red and white on blue. All right, 19K. That's definitely a really good score overall. Let's go to the breakdown. So round 1, we guessed we were in Jordan and we were in Jordan. Round 2, we guessed we were in Turkey and we were in Turkey, just the incorrect region, which is okay. Round 3 was that Australia? Yep, round 3, we were in Australia. I guess NSW, but a little bit closer to South Australia to hedge. We were just a little bit more east, which is fine because we got the right region and the right country. Round 4, we got Finland guess, correct. And round 5, we incorrectly guessed the country. We guessed UAE and it was Qatar. All right, let's keep playing and keep learning about chevrons. All right, that is not a chevron. That's just a triangle sign, right? Okay, here's a chevron. So we see a black background with like a white chevron. White flowers over here. I've heard some like, I don't know if it's like a meme or like meta or whatever, but like whenever you see white flowers, you should guess Estonia or something. I heard that from some video of Geoguessr, but I don't know like how true that statement is because I don't think we're in Estonia. Okay, where do I think we actually are though? So there's some sort of language on the sign. I feel like the vibe of like, there's like a bike road sign. Every time I see like a bike road sign in Europe, like I just think Netherlands for some reason. Is this ever like a Belgium? Like I feel like we're like somewhere here. I'm gonna go in Belgium. Okay, we were in Switzerland. So we got 3.6K. Switzerland chevrons. So chevrons are black with a white arrow. You may also rarely find chevrons that are white with a black arrow. Oh, so the inverse. Okay. And then Austrian chevrons are red and white or red and yellow. Okay, cool. So these ones are red background with a white arrow, but we have a yellow outer road line on the left and, oh, also on the right, but then like a thick whiter outer line. We have a red blur and green blur at the back of the car. Some sort of like factory thing over there. We see bollards, but I can't really make out what the stripes are on it because they're a little bit far away. If we were moving, I think we'd be able to tell. But I think that means we're in Europe because Europe most often uses bollards, even though I know places like Ecuador can have a lot. I'm thinking like Ukraine because of the blur on the car and like the vibe of the area, but let's see where we are. Okay, cool. We were in Ukraine. So these are Ukraine chevrons. So Ukraine uses a red chevron with white arrows. Russia and Estonia uses the same chevrons. Okay. All right. So we have these signs that say 25 with like a red ring around them. These like A poles. Are these Stobie poles? That is in Australia's chevron, isn't it? Oh, I think this is the chevron. Okay, so this like black and white arrow thing. No unauthorized vehicles beyond this point. Okay, so we are in English. This is a Stobie pole, right? Am I not mistaken? So if it's a Stobie pole, that means we're in South Australia. I'm gonna go here. Okay, cool. So we got it not because of the chevrons, although the chevrons did help because we saw them in our earlier round. But the main reason why I got South Australia was because of the Stobie poles, which are a unique pole in South Australia. But anyways, Australia chevrons. So Australia uses white and black chevrons, but they also use black and yellow, which are much rarer. Okay. All right, where are the chevrons? We are looking for those little things on the side of the road. Okay, so we have a black background with a yellow arrow pointing left. I think we're on the right side of the road because that's the back of the car. We have white outer road lines, white middle, no dashes. What am I thinking here? I'm thinking maybe like a Brazil. I'm gonna make the map bigger. I'm gonna go like Ampara. Yeah, that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting, but we'll see where we are in a second. Okay, so not close at all, not the right hemisphere, not the right continent. That is okay, we're learning. So these are Portugal chevrons. So Portuguese chevrons are black with yellow arrows. Portugal is the only Mediterranean country with the chevron color scheme. Okay, black with yellow arrows, Portugal. All right, these chevrons are white with red arrows to the side. We've got white outer lines. Is that the blue EU? Or I don't know if it's called the EU strip. I think it's just like a strip that appears on a lot of countries' plates in Europe, but not necessarily EU related. White middle. We have these red signs in the back, kind of concrete barriers. These like reddish flower things. So I think we're in Europe somewhere. I don't know what the vibe I'm getting is. These poles are a little like, are they octagonal ever? Kind of some sort of shape. But there's no like blue on the other cars. So are we in Europe? I'm gonna go with like Western Russia, like a little bit south of Moscow. Okay, we were just nowhere near, but we were in Europe at least. So these are Belgium chevrons. So Belgium uses white chevrons with a red arrow. The Netherlands also uses this chevron. You will not see these in France. Okay, good to know. All right, 14K, not bad. All right, so we have these same chevrons that we just saw, white with a red arrow. I think we're on the right side of the road. But there's these red things in like the guardrails, which makes me think not Belgium for some reason. Like I feel like this does not feel like Belgium. It feels a little too mountainous, right? We got these like red houses. Does this ever feel more like Austria, I think, to me? I'm gonna try it. Nope, we were in Bulgaria. So Bulgarian chevrons are typically red on white. Many other European countries have similar chevrons. Crucially, among neighboring countries, Romania, Turkey, North Macedonia use the same. Greece and Serbia use black and white. Okay. All right, what chevrons are we looking at? Okay, so these ones here. So we have black and yellow diagonal, and we can see that all around in different forms. Okay, black and yellow diagonal. So immediately I'm thinking it's Iceland, and the reasons why I'm thinking that, first of all, these yellow bollards here. So I think these are unique to Iceland, these like yellow bollards like with the white stripe. That is one reason I think it's Iceland. Second of all, just like the landscape. So like the very like rocky, like volcanic, looking like mountains in the background, flat otherwise except for those, and it kind of just feels very cold. So I'm gonna go like Iceland up here, a little bit like maybe more inner circle versus like the edge because we're near a lot of Rocky Mountains, so I'll go like here. Okay, That's fine. We were in Iceland. We were just a little bit more south. So Icelandic chevrons are black with yellow arrows. Norway and Finland have similarly colored chevrons. Sweden has blue and yellow. All right, these ones are white with red arrow. We have big mountains in the back. They kind of like hilly forests, a farmland. We have a big sign over here. Okay, so we have bollards that are black tipped, that are white with a red stripe. So that is indicative of either Austria or Slovenia. But like looking at these bollards, what do I think? Or sorry, looking at these chevrons, what do I think? Using all the clues that I have, so the mountains, the chevrons, these bollards in the back, and then this language on the sign right here, I think we're in Slovenia. So near the Slovenian, like, do the Alps extend this far, or is this a different mountain range? Either way, I think we're in Slovenia, not Austria, so I'm gonna go up here. Okay, amazing. That was a really good region guess. So these are Slovenian chevrons. So Slovenian chevrons usually have red arrows on a white background. You can also find a less common version with a black arrow on a white background. Okay? All right, these are white background, red chevrons. Sorry, white background, red arrows, chevrons. We got kind of like yellow posts on the guardrail over here. We're on the right side of the road. White-ish license plate? With like the palms and stuff I'm seeing, I'm thinking like Southeast Asia low-key. And we're on the right side of the road, so not like Indonesia or Malaysia. Low-key, I'm thinking Philippines. Is this a shout? I'm gonna go in the middle of the Philippines. Okay, me, okay. Wait, I feel like that was like the best region guess I've like ever gotten in the Philippines. These are Philippine chevrons, so chevrons are typically red on white. Okay, amazing. Okay, these are red background with white arrow, white dash middle line. We have these like kind of like big poles in the back, kind of like flat farmland on both sides. A little bit of forested area. Triangular deer sign maybe? What is this giving? I feel like it feels like maybe like a Poland to me. Okay, no, we were in Hungary. So these were Hungary chevrons. So Hungarian chevrons are white on red. Black and white chevrons may also be seen but are considerably less common. Okay. All right, 19K, not bad. Let's do one more round of learning chevrons and we'll call it a day. All right, so these chevrons are white background with red arrows. Or would you say it's a red background with white arrows? Because low-key, there's both. But I think it's white with red. We've got these bollards here. So bollards with 2 orange dashes, which I really should know by now because I've studied bollards, but I low-key forget them. We've got dark green, like pine trees, blue sky, the road, the right side of the road, a little bit of blue in the back of the car. I'm like, low-key, is this ever like Estonia? Or is this too, I guess, I don't know, does it feel cold enough for that? Like, it feels a little warm, but it could just be like summer coverage or something. I'm trying to like think what the bollards are, but I like really don't know this one. White and red is in a lot of countries in Europe, so I feel like it's not screaming like exclusively one country to me. So I'm kind of going off of the bollard here instead of the chevron, but Yeah, I don't know. Estonia is in my head, so I'm gonna go there and we'll see how far we are. Okay, so we were in Slovakia, so pretty far. Um, Slovak and Czech chevrons are white with red arrows. Less commonly, you may find red on yellow chevrons. Okay. All right, these ones are black background with white arrow. And there's these red things in the guardrails. And then, ooh, okay, we have the EU, or sorry, we have the Europe like blue strip on both sides, which makes me think Italy. But is this Italy ever, or is this just a car that traveled? I feel like these red things in the guardrails make me think more like Spain, Portugal. But is this ever just like Italy because of this car? Or is it a car that just drove over? I don't know. Looking at the landscape, I'm not feeling Italy. Like, I'm feeling more like a Spain, Portugal. What do I think? I think I want to go Spain. Yeah. I don't know. I know that there's like the Italy license plate behind me, but I want to go here for some reason. Okay. We should have just gone Italy, but that is okay. So these were Italian chevrons. So Italian chevrons are white arrows on a black background. In Southern Europe, white on black chevrons can also be found in Spain, Greece, and Albania. Okay, so not a horrible guess because these chevrons could also be found in Spain, but with the Italy license plate behind us, we probably should have gotten it. But if we were in No Move Pan Zoom, it would have been a fine guess. But if we're in No Move or Moving, we should have seen that and probably gotten it as Italy. So that is okay. We'll take it. Okay, we have a chevron that is black with yellow arrow. We have bollards that are one orange plate. We have like a wheat or cornfield to our right. Okay, what other clues do we have? We have some sort of sign, but not very like distinctive. What do I think here? I'm thinking like black and yellow. I don't remember this one. The sky does not have any rips or cracks in it. I'm feeling like Romania. I'm gonna go there and we'll learn where this one is. Luxembourg. Okay, we have not gotten this one before. So these are Luxembourg chevrons. So chevrons are black with yellow arrows in Luxembourg. You may also rarely come across blue and yellow. Okay. None of Luxembourg's neighbors use these chevrons. Okay, black and yellow, Luxembourg. All right. Wow, we were right zoomed in on there. Black background with white arrow. So that is that chevron. Any other clues? Okay. No other car in sight. We do have... Is that a bollard? It looks a little... Is that a bollard? I don't know. We've got like kind of dark green foresty hills in the background. What am I thinking here? And we kind of have an antenna with a bunch of bumps. This feels like... Ooh, and a rip in the sky. Okay. Love that. So the rip in the sky makes me think Albania or Montenegro. Which of the two do I think it is? I feel like this is feeling more like Albania to me. But we'll see with the black and white chevrons which one it is. Okay, we were in Albania. So these are Albanian chevrons, white on black. Also used by Italy, Greece, and Spain. Okay. All right, where is the chevron? Okay, so the chevron's under a sign here. So we've got the yellow background with like the black arrows pointing to each side. Because we see Muscat, the city. We're gonna go in Oman. I think it is the capital of Oman. And then also the very flat landscape and like sandy and the white truck with this like thing in the front are all things that indicate that we're in Oman. But I mean, especially the sign that says like the capital name. Yeah. So if we're like 500 kilometers from there, I feel like this is 500 kilometers away. A little bit hard to judge, but I don't know. Yellow outer lines. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good guess. But the chevrons we're looking at, yellow background, black arrow. Okay, we were a little bit further, but that's fine. So Oman chevron. So Oman uses black and yellow chevrons that have an unusually large number of arrows. Okay. Okay, 14K. Not bad. So thank you so much for watching this video of me trying to learn chevrons in Geoguessr. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments. I'll also be linking the map in the description if you want to try it out yourself and learn more about chevrons. So thank you so much for watching again. Don't forget to subscribe to French Vanilla and have a great day.